everyone, it's Cherry over at Maple Acres Homestead. Today we are going to replant our herbs for the kitchen window because unfortunately I drowned the last round. So I'm going to teach you guys everything I learned from that. These are some bigger rocks I just got off of Amazon. I got, I believe, a 5-pound bag for maybe 15 bucks, if that. I'm just gonna do an equal scoop into each jar. I did try using smaller rocks the first round, and I didn't like the way they just didn't drain well. At least not for what I wanted. So I definitely recommend these bigger rocks here. Once you have your rocks done, you're gonna wanna add your soil, which I just have Miracle Grow organic soil. You're gonna fill it to about 1-inch headspace on your jars, and you wanna very lightly compact that down. You don't wanna push too much because you don't want the soil to be too compacted, just a little bit. You also want to make sure you take out any big sticks or like big chunks, anything that you find in your soil, because you don't want anything in there that's going to disrupt the roots. Now, most soil, especially older soil, is actually hydrophobic, which means the water will sit on top rather than the soil absorbing it. So you want to go ahead and water your soil that you just put in there before you put some seeds and give it time to absorb. First, we're going to start with some oregano. These all came from Eden Brothers. Highly recommend. The amount of seeds I put in each one is going to depend on the germination rate. So oregano has a germination rate of about 88%. And due to it being a little bit lower than I typically like, we're gonna add a little bit more. You can always thin it out later. Next up, we're going to do cilantro. Cilantro has a germination rate of about 85%. So again, a little lower than I prefer. So I'm gonna add a good little bit here. And then you want to add your soil on top. You want to do about a 1/2 inch to a 1/4 inch of soil, and then you want to lightly compact it down on top of the seeds. Also, I got these super cute markers from Right Lettering on Etsy to match my ones outside in the garden. We're now going to move on to dill seeds. These have a germination rate of about 95%, and they sprout quick, let me tell ya. Parsley seeds are going in next with a germination rate of about 87%. Again, we're gonna do a little more than you probably should, but I would rather thin it out later than not have enough. Now we're gonna do some thyme seeds. These have a germination rate of 95%. These also sprout really quick. I absolutely love having fresh thyme in the kitchen. I can just turn around, cut it right out of my window whenever I need. Of course, I forgot to show you these next seeds, but we're saving the best for last, basil. With a germination rate of 85%, we're gonna do quite a bit here because I love my basil. One of my favorite things about consistently growing herbs in my kitchen is I can just harvest them when they get to be a little too much, and I can actually dehydrate, so then I have dried herbs whenever I need them. After you have your seeds all planted, you're gonna wanna go ahead and water them again. Not too much, but enough to definitely moisten that soil on top. And honestly, I leave them sitting for a few days on the counter and water them twice more before I put them up. These ended up sitting on my counter for about a week before we put them up. And just wait until you guys see how much these have already sprouted in just that week. It is crazy. Look how beautiful it looks. It is so much fun. I'm telling you guys, you've got to get fresh herbs in your kitchen. The basil and dill have sprouted the most, but everything is having a few little sprigs pop up here and there. I am so excited. If you decide to do kitchen herbs, let me know how it goes. Until next time.